Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome back to Terra Invicta. Today we're doing part 15 of our Protectorate campaign. Last time we got some space mining going on Mars. We're positive on all space resources now, which is great. We got Russia under control. We're working on some other countries. We're still waiting on the construction module to drop for us, and we've been playing around with orgs some and got some more turned agents. So first thing I think we wanted to do was finish playing around with the orgs. Let's see. So we got Hexahedron onto Eric. I did want to look at whether anyone could level up again. It looks like Yoi can. I'm going to go ahead and just give her a point in investigation for now. Not worry about it too much. And then there were some other orgs that were moderately interesting, but I think in the end we don't need to really prioritize any of them at the moment. So we'll go ahead and move on back to our mission phase. I did want to put a couple more onto Madeline, excuse me. So we'll go ahead and equip probably the Grus cartel, get her that 25th espionage point, and then did I want to give her we could go for just Constantine works, if nothing else. Get an extra engineering project, and then worry about settling things out a little bit more later on. So we'll go ahead and get that one for her, and this one for her. Get her back up to 24, and then worry about the rest later on. We do have two turned counselors right now. We've got one from the Resistance, one from the Servants. And we're going to go ahead and take out the Resistance in the Southern Balkan states. We want to do that right away this turn if we can. So I'm going to have Madeline go ahead and run a purge mission there. We've got fairly good odds. Even if they defend interests, we've still got very good odds. So we're going to take that and hope they don't take the executive in the meanwhile. If they do, it's not the end of the world, just because we already are in the EU Federation, and so they can't end that without consolidating power. But it would be a little obnoxious to have to retake it. If we can help it, I want to help. I want to not have to do that. Anjor is going to go ahead and clear up more xenoforming. We aren't inherently opposed to the aliens as the Protectorate, but xenoforming really helps the Servants a lot, and we don't want the Servants to win before we do.
Standing by.
Yoyi, I wanted to potentially go ahead and run some more hostile takeovers, but I think that that's going to be sufficiently complicated, and we're doing well enough on orgs that I'm not super prioritizing that. Instead, I think I want her to go and probably run either some public campaigns or possibly some crackdowns. She's got her investigation score up to 12, so it's a little more usable now. We could try and go for like Azerbaijan. We do have a claim on that from the Russian Union, Eurasian Union. So might as well try and hit that one for now. It's not fortified, so that's a lot more likely for us to succeed at. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Targeting their key people.
Eric has successfully done his turn missions, and now we got him the Inspire mission, so we can start really just spamming loyalty on all of our counselors. I don't remember who has the lowest loyalty score off the top of my head, or lowest apparent loyalty, I guess. It looks like Udantika's is pretty low. So we'll start with Udantika, run a few Inspire missions on her.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
While she goes and runs a purge mission to take out the Resistance in Tajikistan. We'll go ahead and do that.
Taking power.
And runtime. We are still waiting for construction module to drop so that we can get that on Mars. And let's see, exotic materials. That's actually a pretty useful one too. Exotics are another space resource that we could use. They also unlock some really advanced spaceship parts. I don't think I want to research that over either of these projects, though. I'd rather get cybernetic implants or hydrodiplomacy. I am trying to catch up to the Resistance on Mission to the Asteroids to reclaim that one, so we'll see if that works. Tanzania we've lost due to a revolution. That's okay. One of our moles is lying low to try and dodge us, but we've already got them, so that's fine. Alright, Urantika, we had a success on the Inspire mission. And we'll keep on running time.
Crackdown.
Alright. So we got a crackdown in Azerbaijan, which is good. We'll be able to run a purge mission on that here shortly. And we had success with the alien life form mission, so that's good. Now we just need to see how the purge missions go.
Our associates are now in charge.
Alright, we got Tajikistan. We want to get the cooldown on that, so we're going to try and hold on to this one, because we want to join it back into the Eurasian Union. I'm going to have them run purely mission control, I think, for now. We're doing really well on mission control. We've got 196, but I do want to just get that as high as possible, in case we need to do a ton of stuff in space later on.
We're in control.
It never hurts to have more mission control, basically.
Prepping for next mission.
Alright, and we got the Southern Balkan states back. We can set that back to mission control. And our executive point is now safe because, yeah, they were gonna, they have 2 missions attempting to purge the executive that they're gonna have to abandon now, which is good. And that's actually something we can see, is we can see the missions for the resistance now. But because Madeline had a better chance of taking back this one, she got to go first. And so we've locked them out of the executive spot. And we just lost the point in Tajikistan that we just took to Project Exodus. Okay, well, we'll take that back, but that's unfortunate. Alright, Senegambia and the EU have ended their alliance. That's fine. Turkey wants to end its rivalry with Georgia. I'm fine with that. Point in Russia, we could defend. Yes, I don't think we need to, though. Then let's see here. So we wanna run more Inspire missions with Eric.
I'm here.
I'm gonna continue to try and inspire Antika first off,
Make sure they're
just because she has the lowest apparent loyalty
Ready
score.
for my mission.
Urantika, I want to go and try to take that point back in Tajikistan. So I'm going to see if she can just run a purge mission. She could. There is a decent chance that they're going to try and do something to fortify it. So I'm going to run Crackdown first, just in case.
Turning up the heat.
Unfortunately, we can't see the
Acknowledged.
enemy missions right away. We can't see them until we confirm our assignments. So that's not great. But we will be able to, or actually, and we don't even have someone with the initiative. I'm not sure why we are able to see all of these. Madeline, we want to go ahead and I think we want her to try and take Turkmenistan. She's got pretty good odds even against the fortified control point. The servants have pretty low council administration, so that's good.
Targeting the
So we will run a purge mission there.
Ready for my mission.
Anjor, I want to actually probably start running Inspire missions with him, although there is one more alien life forms that we can take out. So I'll do the alien life forms first, and then we'll have him go and probably start running Inspire missions on Eric next, because Eric can inspire the rest of our counselors, but we need someone to inspire him, just to get everyone's loyalty score sky high. Yoyi, I want to have... I think I want her to go ahead and run another crackdown here. Can I target the... I can't target the executive in Azerbaijan. So I might... Uzbekistan, she doesn't have very good odds. We could try and do something in Turkey. Excuse me. With that humanity first point that's unfortified. It looks like they're wasting a lot of resources on military in Turkey right now. So I say wasting because their unrest is above 0. And so the military priority is doing more to lower unrest than raise the nation's Miltech score. So I think of that as a waste, but it technically is still useful for the AI. and technically for us, but there's other better ways to deal with that, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a crackdown on that humanity first point. It looks like we've got pretty high unrest still in the European Union, and we want to bring that down at some point because it's hurting our IP a lot. We're currently taking a 14% penalty because of it. So I'm gonna put another couple of pips into economy for now, and just keep on running all of these. The extra pips in economy their GDP per capita is so high that shouldn't be the main driver. It should probably be this really low cohesion score that's driving it. So we want to keep on pumping welfare to get the base cohesion higher, and we want to keep on pumping knowledge and unity in order to get the current cohesion higher. We could lower our investment in some of these other things. I could turn welfare down to a single pip for now, and just let knowledge and unity get a little bit more oomph to them. That should help raise the cohesion faster. So we'll do that, and then Russia, meanwhile, is our other big country. They're doing fine. We still want to keep focusing on economy and welfare, and to a lesser extent these other priorities. So that's all good. So I will confirm assignments. One thing we can do every turn now, theoretically, if we want to, is we can go and look at what mission everyone is running from our turned agents, and it looks like everyone's in Bangladesh for some reason. I don't know why. It looks like they're investigating people. Yeah. None of this is particularly relevant to us, other than maybe that defend interests in Azerbaijan. So that executive point is going to be more difficult to crack at some point.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
All right, Urantika is more loyal to the cause. Urban warfare doctrines, not too useful. We're still advanced prospecting surveys. That's a cool one. Off-Earth mining output increased by 10%. How much does that one cost? Advanced prospecting, it's only 1,500. We'll probably want to go for that at some point in the near future. I don't want to take out either of our current projects for it, but it is definitely interesting. I should also take a look at how our tech is going. Yep, we've surpassed the resistance on mission to the asteroids, so I'm going to leave that at 3 pips for now to make sure that we do control that tech slot.
We've hit them where it hurts.
And we got a crackdown in Tajikistan, so that's good. We will work on taking that out fully next turn.
Their trail.
And we failed against Humanity First in Turkey. Wow, 98% roll, so that happens, but it's unfortunate.
Target secured.
All right, had some success with taking out xenoforming. Servants got another control point in Pakistan. All right, we finished the cybernetic implants project. Excellent. So I want to hop there. I think Advanced Prospecting Surveys is my next one. There's a number of other projects. Transnational Coordination was really interesting to get that 25% cap, but Advanced Prospecting Surveys is a lot cheaper and would have a really nice impact right away. So I think I'd rather do that one. Improved maintenance procedures is maybe worth it if we do end up very solidly in space. Otherwise, I don't think anything is all that useful right now. So I'm gonna go for Advanced Prospecting Surveys, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the counselor screen now. And with all of this cash we have, we can go ahead and actually, Urantika can level up just naturally right now, so that's cool. We'll give her another point of espionage, I think. Or did we want to do administration with her? She's got the Orion Capital Group technically, so it might be worth doing some administration. So we'll increase administration once, and then now we have all these cybernetic augmentations. We do not want the loyalty monitor. it lets us see what loyalty everyone has, but it gives a -5 loyalty penalty. We do, however, want all of these other augmentations. There's +1 command, +1 science, and some extra science income, +1 security, +1 espionage when being detected, +1 to investigation when detecting others, and +1 to investigation, +1 administration, and +1 espionage, and +1 espionage when being detected. So all of these are really nice. It costs, 3,000 total per counselor. So across our 5 counselors, that'll cost us 15K. We've got the money to spare. We want to equip these to everyone. So we're going to go ahead and get all of these. And I think that's actually enough for Udantika now to unequip Orion Capital Group, but I'm going to worry about that in the next turn phase. I want to equip all of these here. Get the data jack, the P protection unit, embedded sensors, intelligent assistant, which gets her another administration point, which is nice, and scrambler. Anjor, same thing. We do not want loyalty monitor, but we want all the others. All right, force tracker, data jack. This is a lot of just clicking right now, but I do think it's very worth it to get everyone's stats boosted by 1, more or less. There are 2 more tiers of cybernetic enhancements that we can get for people by unlocking more technologies, but we're not to that yet, so that'll be a potential thing to use later on. As for now, again, I'm going to, I guess, wait till the next mission phase, which is almost here. So really only Madeline is the one who needed to have that right away for the extra espionage point, which I think her espionage score was already 25, actually. Yeah.
Prepping for mission.
So we should be able to clear out one of her orgs
Our
potentially here in a minute.
now in charge.
All right, we've got Turkmenistan. We'll set that all to mission control. And we're going to just try and hold on to that one. We are up to 360 out of 360 now, so that's good. And we'll finish the turn up. Couple alliances, and Bangladesh has an open control point with boost income, so I guess that's why everyone was there last turn, but it's still a little weird. So I want to take a look at orgs again. I might spend a little bit more time on this if we can, just to take a look at everyone's administration score. So Madeline's base is 12. She's getting a bonus of 4. Daedalus Syndicate is another 4, is 8. And Intrepid Counseling is 5, so that's 13. So she's at her she's at exactly 25 basically. The other thing though to note with her is that I believe have her espionage score of 10 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15, 16. So her espionage score would be 26 now if she wasn't hitting the cap. So we can get rid of some orgs from that, or because of that, probably. Ugzalt might be worth getting rid of. It only gives +1 espionage, and it is a 2-star org, so that would free up a space for a 3-star org potentially, or something else big. We don't care too much about the science or the security boost right now. The ops income is nice, but we can potentially equip it to someone else. So I'm going to go ahead and unequip that one for now, which should leave her espionage score at 25. And now we have the ability to put on something like Tantalus Industries if we wanted, or get the American Mafia back. White Fang Industries we could do. Babylon's Tower might be kind of interesting. Some of this is I want to figure out what her secondary stat, if any, is going to be. Getting these space mining outputs or space mining bonuses could be kind of useful here as well. This gives a little bit of boost income and some more mission control, so that might be kind of neat. Prometheus Investigations, that's kind of cool. We could take that and get rid of another +1 espionage org, and that would get her investigation score up a bit. But I don't think we really want... I don't think we actually care about her investigation score, so never mind on that. Let's see. So I think I want to grab... let's see here. She does have coup d'etat, and she does have increase unrest and stabilize nations. So it might be worth getting her some extra command attribute, and that'll also help raise our CP cap. So I think Horus Solutions is probably a good choice here. I'll have her equip that. And then I was thinking Manticore Resources for the 3% space mining bonus. It does cost us a little bit of boost, but I think that's okay. So I'm going to grab that as well. Get her up to 25 and 15 orgs again. Anjor, let's see. Can we get rid of some of his administration boosting orgs? He's at 13. Laguna Foundation is +4. Free Federation of Industrial Workers is +4, is 8, and then 13. So he's up to 26. But that is not enough for us to unequip any of these right now, because these are all pretty big boosts. So we can't really do too much with him at the moment. We can try and get his administration score up a little bit higher and try and move some of those orgs around later. Yoyi, let's take a glance. Her unmodified status 7. So she's getting quite a few bonuses. So that's +3, +5 is +8 total. The IMF is +16 total. Lupin Global gives her +19. So she's up to 26 again. We could unequip one of these +3 ones. So Atlantic Products or Lupin Global. Atlantic Products is actually 2 stars already. Let's unequip Lupin Global, I think. It is costing us some money every round. And oh, I'm wrong. Oh no, we need one more administration point for her to lose that one. So never mind, we can't quite clear that out. So I think we'll leave her alone for now. Eric has room for another 1-star org. We could take something like the Vega Foundation, or Cepheus Consultants we could do. Get him another point in persuasion would be kind of nice. Yeah, I think we'll do that one, because we've already got it, so it's going to be pretty cheap, and that gets him his persuasion up to 22, which is nice. Urantika, her unmodified score is 19. Did we already take a look at her? I can't remember. Orion Capital Group gives +3, and Central Intelligence Agency gives +5. So she's actually looking pretty flush there. So Orion Capital Group we could unequip. And that'll get her down to 24 out of 24. I'm going to sell the Orion Capital Group, I think, rather than holding on to it at this point. The economy and spoils is kind of nice, but I don't think it's worth it to just hold on to it for no particular reason. And then we'll augment Udantika with another point of administration here as soon as we can, and go from there with getting her another org. Madeline, I think, is the one we started with, so we should be good to go now. No one can level up yet, although Anjor is... Well, no, Anjor's not that close, because... Well, he's 3 away. He's got Quick Learner, so... Alright, so that's our long digression into the counselor screen. We'll get back to missions on Earth now. We're still waiting for that tech to unlock. We're doing pretty well on Mission to the Asteroids. I think we could probably turn down how much science we're putting into it now. We're 180 ahead of the Resistance, and there's only Only 319 left to go, so I don't think they're going to be able to pass us. So I'm going to turn that back down just to speed these up a little bit on this next turn. And then I guess take a look at, so the European Union is having trouble with this unrest. We're really not getting it down as fast as I want it to, but for that matter, we could have, if Anjor is running Inspire this turn, well, we could, let's focus on the EU for a minute. I'm just going to run a few Stabilize Nation missions with Anjor, with Madeline, basically with anyone who has a usable command score.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Yoyi does not have a usable command score, so her odds are only, well, no, she's actually got 90% because we've got so much popular support there. So that's fine. Urantika could run it as well, actually. But I think that I would rather have her take this control point in Tajikistan. So I'm going to do that. And then Eric, I want to run an Inspire mission, and I want to start just sort of running through everyone in order. So we'll do Madeline next. Just want to get everyone's loyalty as high as we can. Lithium heat sinks, not what we want, but it's another fine project.
They'll stay loyal to the cause.
Not sure what that one is.
Order is
It's
returning.
Tunisia. Has a spaceflight program.
Violence is abating.
Alright, EU is
If it
improving.
isn't ours, it's somebody else's. And if it's somebody else's, sooner or later, they'll use it against us. That's why we have to take it, whether we need it or not. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
Yeah, Hans Castillo's a little crazy. But anyway, everyone's a little crazy in this game, let's be real. So I was thinking that I actually really wanted to try and now get... so we could do Mission to the Inner Planets to try and get more space resources going. I kind of wanted to try and focus on Great Nations. I believe that's the project that, or the one that gives us the ability to have Europe grow. I'm wrong, it's not Great Nations. It's Unity Movements. So we want Unity Movements, which relies on, it looks like, Arrival International Relations. So I want to pick that one for now, just to get Unity Movements unlocked, so we can start working on expanding Europe a bit further. Then we're gonna just let the rest of this go for now. If we start falling behind on Arrival International Relations, I'll pump more science into it as
Order
usual.
is returning.
But I'm gonna see if I can get away without doing that.
Wrapping up here.
All right, so we're getting a little more IP now, thanks to this going down, so that's good. But we are going to need to do a little more with that. Wow, that's a fairly unsuccessful public campaign for the servants there in Brazil, but still successful technically, just fractionally so. Oh, and we got Mission to the Asteroids done, so Azerbaijan... Oh, that's unfortunate. We should have tried to get that in a little bit faster. Oh well. Resistance took our point in there, so we'll worry about that later. We have our our Defend Interests mission expired too. That's okay. Something I forgot to do that I should have done as soon as we got Mission to the Asteroids is I want to jump back into space and I want to look for Ceres. Ceres is a really nice planet. It's got tons of water and volatiles. A dwarf planet, I should say. And it's got 4 sites for mining. So we want to launch a probe to Ceres right away. That'll take a year, almost. But it's going to be a really good site for us to colonize in the asteroid belt. So then I'm going to hop back to Earth. We have enough boost that we could potentially launch a bunch of other probes if we wanted. I'm not too interested in really spamming asteroid mining right now, just because I think that we're going to be worrying less about space in some ways than we would otherwise, because we're playing as Protectorate. We really want to focus on Earth. And we've already got a fairly good space economy going. We just want to expand it with construction modules on Mars and then worry about the inner planets.
Wrapping up here.
Alright, so we took Tajikistan back. I'm going to set it to mission control. Turn off the other priorities. Watch us get it taken. Yep, initiative takes it right away. That's fine. It's kind of ridiculous that that's continuing to happen, but it is okay. We will be fine. More alliances ending. Yes, we could do some hostile takeovers on the Resistance. Looks like Arrival International Relations, we're getting outstripped by the Resistance, so I'm going to pump in some more science to it. And then time to run missions again. So Eric is going to inspire our next character, who is Anjor.
I'll make sure they're on.
Urantika. I don't know. Do you want to take Tajikistan back? We could take Afghanistan. We could go work on. We could go mess with the initiative in Turkey. I'm kind of frustrated with them, so that's not a crazy idea to go and try and hit them somewhere else. So we'll do that there.
Your orders?
Looks like the European Union is at 2.1 unrest now, so we want to get that a little bit lower if we can. Also, the org market should have updated, so I want to take a quick glance at that. Omega Research Group is kind of interesting, but not the most. None of these are amazing, so I'm actually going to just not worry about orgs right now. Is anyone quite ready to level up? No. So we will worry about all of that later. Yoyi, I want to stabilize in the EU. I'm just going to try and push this down as low as I can for now. We only get penalties when it's above 2, but the lower it is, the longer it's going to take it to get high again or get above 2 again. And so if we can keep running Knowledge and Unity to bring this cohesion score up, that'll help a little bit with getting things improved a little bit. Madeline, I think want to go and run a purge mission though, instead of running just a stabilized nation mission. So I'm going to have her try and take this humanity first point in Turkey. We'll pump a couple of influence into that, get her up to almost 90%.
Ready for orders.
Anjor could actually go assault an alien asset again. It looks like there's more alien life forms in Minneapolis. So, but I'm going to have him stabilize nation instead for now. Just focus on the European Union for a minute and try and improve things there. So we'll go ahead and run time.
We've all gaped in awe at those images of the Earth as seen from space. Beautiful, divine. But if you saw that same sight every time you looked out the window, wouldn't you grow to hate it? Director Khalid Alashkar. Guest appearance on the Thinking Bigger podcast.
Alright, we've got orbitals, which are really cool. We want orbital core as soon as we can. That's going to let us start building space stations in low Earth orbit to really give us a lot of bonuses on Earth. I am going to... Let's see, molten core fission systems. I'm going to actually pump up my research in that as well. I'm just going to... I'm gonna turn down hydro diplomacy a little bit, just to try and focus on getting control of the project, the global techs right now, and then we'll pump that back up hopefully once we take the lead and everything.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
Anjor seems more loyal. That's good.
Things are cooling off.
EU is down to 1.6, which is great.
Things are cooling off.
Down to 0.6, we got a critical success.
Crackdown complete.
Alright, the initiative, we got a crackdown on there in Turkey. Oh, it looks like Madeline Oh, we lost our agent in the servants. She must have been dismissed or something. So that's unfortunate. Humanity First also fortified their point in Turkey, which is going to drop Madeline's odds significantly. Goodness, there's some border warfare going on Russia and Norway. I need to end this war soon here. I do not want to cause damage to Norway. None of this is good. Yeah, none of these are good. I need to just end the war here. We're gonna hope it comes to an end soon, and we got limited damage. Yeah, I forgot to end the wars. We're gonna get some more negative events potentially if we keep those running, and we do not want those. We do not want those negative events.
The opposition remains in power.
Yeah, so, oh, she actually got pretty close, but that's unfortunate still that failed. It's fine, though. Resistance is taking some points from the servants, that's good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end the wars in Russia. I think we've got 2 wars going on. We can actually go at this global tab and take a look at all the conflicts in the world. Oh, Russia's in war with Belize, too. We want to end that as well. Not because we're worried about damage from the war so much as we are about accidentally like committing atrocities in it now that we control Russia. So I'm going to go ahead and I want Yoyi to set national policy in Russia, end the war in Norway. Eric, I want to go and run an Inspire mission. We'll have him hit up, let's see, we've done Andor, Urantika, and Madeline, so we'll have him try and get Yoyi next.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Urantika, I'm going to try and run another crackdown in Turkey. We'll try and hit that Humanity First point that they fortified, put a couple of influence in.
Pressure on their people.
Madeline can go ahead and run a purge mission on that crackdown one from the corporation's point.
Ready to go.
And Anjor... oh, someone else took out the alien asset in Minneapolis. Excellent. Finally, the Resistance or Humanity First are doing something. We're going to have him try and run an Inspire mission on Eric. We'll pump a couple of influence in to give him a better chance of doing it.
I will make sure they are on our side.
Otherwise, I think that's everything for the moment. Yeah, we're still getting some progress with cohesion in the EU, so that's gonna hopefully get that resting point for unrest down at some point here. Otherwise, we don't actually control Belize anymore, so I don't know if they'll be willing to make peace with us, but we will try and make peace with them if we can at some point. That's fine.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Looks like the Academy has another base on an asteroid. Construction module! Yes, here we go. This is great. We're gonna stop advanced prospecting surveys is almost done. We'll let advanced prospecting surveys finish, and then we will go and get that one. Meanwhile, it looks like we're way ahead on molten core fission systems and fairly far ahead on arrival international relations, so I'll turn those down a little bit. I don't want to put them all the way down to 1 pip for right now. Oh, we failed our crackdown mission. That's unfortunate. It's okay, though. Coup in Kyrgyzstan. Well, that happened. I guess we lost that one. That's fine.
Policy direction complete.
So Russia wants to seek peace. I want to seek peace with Norway first, because that one was a problem. And then we'll try and end Italy next turn. All right, advanced prospecting surveys is done, and we can go for construction module, which, am I just missing it? There it is, construction module. So we will have that done in about a month, which is great. It doesn't look like anyone's really even close to us on molten core fission systems, so I'm going to turn that down another pip.
We are in control now.
All right, so we took a
We'll
point
be
in
ready for
Turkey,
new orders soon.
which I don't want set to military. I want it set to mission control. They've got another potential 8 mission control to unlock, so we will boost mission control as best we can. And then I think we're just going to try and hold on to that point. I should take a look at the nation screen and see what we've got as far as control points go. We'll sort by science as usual. Georgia, we want to hold on. Georgia's actually probably ready at this point to join the EU. Not unify, but federate. And we should do that ASAP. Turkmenistan, Belarus, Iceland, the Southern Balkan states, Singapore, Kazakhstan, Baltic states, Norway. I don't really want to abandon anything. I think we're just going to gamble and hope that we can get by with our 370 out of 362 for now. If we lose any important control points, well, that works. If we immediately lose the control point in Turkey. So we're back under cap again. All right. Sufficient boost to launch a station command module to low Earth orbit. We don't want to do that yet. We want to get the larger stations first, which we will get hopefully after the construction module finishes. Now this turn, I want to check orgs again. I'm not seeing anything here that's jumping out at me as useful. Could try and do something with like Babylon's Tower at some point. Anjor should be able to take another point of administration though at this point. No, I want him to do persuasion because I want to keep working on his ability to run Inspire missions. Eric can take a point of persuasion. What is his unmodified administration status? 15. And he's getting +4 from Hexahedron. And where else? Oh, the re-education team is giving him +6. So that's giving him +10. So we could try and improve that, but I'm happy to leave him with those orgs. Hexahedron because of the Inspire mission, and re-education because it's freaking amazing. That +5 to persuasion is great. But I'm going to have him go ahead and increase his persuasion stat instead. And let's see. I think we're Madeline is still a ways off. Getting a little background noise there. Sorry about that. We'll go ahead and continue here outside of the org screen. I think we can continue to try and do some Inspire missions here with Eric and Anjor. Yoyi is going to do another set policy to end another war in Russia.
To the capital.
Ready for my mission.
All right, and then oh, it looks like there's more alien activity to investigate. So we will have Udantika go and check that out. Alien activity in Bangladesh.
Headed there now.
Ready for orders.
Madeline can go and possibly reduce unrest in the EU again. Give it more time to improve things. Otherwise, we could have her go and end another war I think it's all right to not have her trying to run purge missions right now. We have enough stuff going on enough other stuff going on and we're close enough to cap that we don't really need it that urgently.
We'll make things safe.
Acknowledged.
And then let's see here. So Antique is going for the site, the alien site. Andor is going to inspire Eric again, pump in a couple of influence, get that even higher. Eric is going to inspire. Let's see, we've done everyone at least once, so we'll go back to Urantika.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
And with that, run time, and we should hopefully get. How close are we? January 9th for the construction module. We've got the lead on every project by, I think, a good enough margin. I could probably turn Arrival International Relations down at this point. That one might get a little bit close, but if it does, we'll try and crank it back up. I'll just keep an eye on it.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
All right. Ooh, 97% on a 99% chance. That's pretty close, but luckily
I
worked.
think we had a breakthrough.
All right, and we inspired Eric, so that's good. Some of the reason we're doing these Inspire missions is just... we've got an event. I'll talk about the Inspire missions in a minute. I really don't want a random module to be destroyed. That's bad. We'll try making emergency repairs and see if we get lucky. And we lost our outpost mining complex. Oh boy, that's unfortunate. So we're gonna have to build a new one. It's not too bad. It'll take 60 days, but it'll work out. So that's not too bad though. We lose a little bit of productivity on the moon, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then run time again. So Inspire missions, I was just saying, as long as we've got the time to do them without distracting too much from other priorities, it's really good to get everyone's loyalty up as close to 25 as we can, just because we don't, that way they're unlikely to be turned to other factions, and it's much easier to turn them back to our side if they do get turned to other factions. Italy we're going to end the war with. And let's see, we're getting close. I still need to federate Georgia in with the EU. Yeah, we can federate them with the EU. We need to do that soon here. We're gonna try and finish ending the wars first, I think.
Here's what we found.
All right, alien activity investigated. There is another alien fleet made. That's fine. Federal Security Service for one of our counselors. I didn't think that one looked all that impressive. I mean, +6 administration is really nice, but we don't need it. So that's not too useful right now. We're doing pretty well on administration stuff. As far as what we're doing for this turn, though, take a glance at techs again. Construction module will finish in a day, so that's good. Eric is going to run another Inspire mission. We'll go for Madeline this time.
I'll speak with them.
Urantika. You know, I'm gonna have Urantika go ahead and run set national policy in the EU to federate with Georgia, get them in.
Time to make our move.
Madeline, I'm gonna have run stabilize, I think, again in the EU. Try and get that down to 0.
We'll turn down the heat.
Yoyi, I want to end the last war in Russia.
Ready for orders.
And Anjor, I want to inspire Eric again.
I will ensure their loyalty.
With that, we will run time, and we should finish construction module here momentarily. Here we go. This is great. I love the construction module. It does a lot of good stuff for us. I'm gonna go and switch this priority now back, or this project now back, I think, to transnational coordination. Try and get that extra CP cap so that we can keep spreading out on Earth. It might actually be worth running management research a couple of times first in terms of like efficiency of CP gain, because management research only costs 1,000 at least the first time to get 5 cap, whereas this is 10,000 to get a boost of 25. So we could run management research 4 times and get 20 cap, and we could run this once and get 25 cap. So it's better to do transnational coordination if we're doing it more than a couple of times, but management research twice here is probably worth it. I do want to boost up hydro diplomacy again, get that done sooner rather than later. So I'm going to turn down management research and get hydro diplomacy going, I think. No, I want both of these up. We'll just try and keep a close eye on projects or on global techs to see if anyone's competing with us. And then now we have the construction modules, so I can go back to our HABs, take a look at Protectorate. Olympus Mons is ready to go with a construction module. It's going to take 180 days to build. Oh, I thought it was faster than that. Oops. Well, that's fine. So we will build that, and then when that is done, that'll speed up and let us just colonize the rest of Mars and do a bunch of things on Mars very quickly.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Let's see. Orbital core, that's a good one. Do I want to switch? I think I'm going to let management research complete once, and then I'll go for orbital core, just to try and keep things a little more under control. EU is looking fairly peaceful.
Mission complete.
European Union, we want to federate with Georgia. Oh, we want to federate with Iceland too. I'm going to do Iceland first, actually. And then we'll get Georgia next turn.
Policy direction complete.
Russia, we're going to end the war with Belize.
Cleaning things up.
And Arctic methane eruption. That's not good. So that's going to hurt global warming. We can spend some money in ops to gain some science, which is good. But that's still pretty bad. Yeah, it's not great. All right. We have supporters in Turkey. Oh yeah, we have lots of supporters in Turkey. We should definitely take that at some point here. But we've got a little more ways to go with tech. For now, though, I think that getting that construction module going is probably good for space for the moment. I'm gonna see if we can run one more turn here, get Georgia federated in with the EU. So I will have Yoyi go and set national policy in the EU.
Time to make our move.
Eric, I'm gonna inspire, I think, who did we do last? Did we do Antica or Madeline? I don't remember, but we'll go for Anjor this turn.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Anjor will go and inspire Eric.
Standing by for orders.
This might be a little overkill at some point to be doing all of this, but we want to do it anyway. Urantika, I think Urantika and Madeline, neither of them is going to be great at advising. We could do an advise mission in the EU potentially, try and boost some stuff up that way, but I think I want them to start working on Turkey instead, because we're going to try and get that extra CP cap in order to make some progress. So I will have Urantika go and run a crackdown on... Oh, let's go for the humanity first point. I think that's the best one to target first off.
Targeting their key people.
And we will have Madeline go and run
Reporting in.
a purge mission on it following the crackdown. She should have pretty good odds of success if the crackdown succeeds. We'll put a couple influence in so she has some odds of success still, even if it fails.
Targeting the opposition.
And with that, we'll run the turn. How are we doing on techs? We're still in the lead on both of them by a good margin. Space agriculture is almost done. That's good. I don't know that we care too much about it yet, but it'll be useful later on.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
All right. Inspire success. Inspire success. Management research succeeded, and I wanted to go for orbital core next. Yeah, so we want orbital cores.
We've neutralized their key people.
All right, crackdown succeeded on humanity first, which means Madeline is almost sure to succeed at the purge mission.
Mission complete.
European Union, we want to federate with Georgia. And then finally, we're going to see how Madeline's purge mission goes.
My family had this farm in Mississippi. You name it, they grew it. Corn, soybeans, cotton. There was so much to do, day and night. It wasn't the life I wanted, but it did teach me that you have to work hard if you want to nurture a living thing into the very best version of itself. Superior Judith Howell. Interview with 8 Chakra Podcast.
More servants propaganda, in my mind at least. But all right, Hydroponics Bay and Fuel Cell 2 are both kind of interesting. Right now, though, I want to get. I want to keep progressing towards that. Towards that unification tech to get the EU spread out further. For the time being, though, it might be worth just running Mission to the Inner Planets, because we do have everything we need, I think, for that now that we have construction modules. So we can send probes to Mercury, we can construct habitats there and around Venus, which are both pretty useful. So let's go ahead and go for that one, I think. None of these others are super urgent priorities, I don't think. So we'll go for that. And finish out the turn. Let's see if
We've
Madeline
removed
gets
some
it.
threats.
All right. I'm going to change the priority here to mission control. Everyone else is still running military for some reason, trying to keep it calmed down, I guess. But we've got that. Turn should end here momentarily. Some more rivals. And with that, I think we'll call it for the session. We're a little bit over cap, but not too much. 370 out of 369. But yeah, we've got some progress going in space. We are going to try and launch some low Earth orbit stations soon. We want to definitely try and get the expanded Europe tech next time if we can. We might or might not get to that right away. Depends on how fast we get Arrival International Relations done and the follow-up tech. But that's where we are. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.